Hello, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are trying something new for me, new for you, new for everybody. Charlotte Tilbury has just relaunched her Airbrush Flawless Foundations, and we are going to try it out together on camera. This is something I received yesterday. I was lucky enough to be able to attend the event here in Hong Kong, and they had their global artist do a demonstration of the foundation on a model, and we got to play with it a bit on the back of their hands. So I have experimented with it on my hands, but not on my face. I'm so excited to put it on today and see if it is new and fabulous, is what Charlotte would say. I also have the old one as well, so I am familiar with this one, but it's not something that I used all that much, but it was in my kit for when I really needed a lot of coverage. But yeah, they reformulated it because no one was really loving this one or talking about this one, I would say, for quite a while. I think it was kind of just, not really at the forefront of the beauty world. And so yeah, she's reformulated it. It stays all night, weightless and full coverage. There's a lot of claims on it on the website. So it is the next generation new long wear light as air hydrates like skin foundation. It is, she has said on the website, after 10 award-winning years of airbrush confidence, I have taken Airbrush Flawless Foundation to the next level. Bottling the latest technology, my new light as air 3D matte blurring foundation is a 7-in-1 airbrush miracle. What are the 7 things? I'm not sure, but skin like you've never seen it before. New biometric second skin technology, air cool technology, blurring, air tech, phyto youth essence, new cream to wear stretch wear texture, and 44 new air true shades. So there's, as Charlotte Tilbury fashion, there is a lot of claims. Any product that she launches, the marketing and the claims are generally out of this world, just selling you miracles, which, Charlotte's products generally are quite good. But yeah, she's definitely loves the marketing tagline. So the box is like this, just your normal standard. Oh, here's there's a lot of claims. Maybe I'll put them on the screen. And the packaging compared to the old one, they are relatively quite similar. The same gorgeous gold lids, the same bottles, just the printing, the font is a little bit different, and the colors are a little bit different of the font. And then this one has the gorgeous wings behind the logo there, and these ones don't. So very, very similar, just tiny bit different typography there. So I've prepped my skin with Dr.Althea 345 Relief Cream, which I really am enjoying for under makeup on myself and in my work kit. I'll link it down below. And the Ultraviolet is Future Fluid Sunscreen is on my skin as well. That's what's giving it that kind of shine and glow. Your sunscreen always does that. So I will say with this foundation, it is full coverage, but lightweight, stretchable, and stays all day. But you do, if you have dry skin or mature skin, definitely make sure your skin is really prepped and juicy for it to, have success, I would say. I mean, I've not worn it yet on my face, but I'm just an inkling is that you'll need that. I got gifted 2 shades, shade 2 and 3. I have 3 here, and I want to play with both of them to refresh my memory of the original formula on my hand here. And we can also just see how different they are together. And the new one, big shade differences. So this is the old one and this is the new one on my hand. I do feel like the new one is a little bit darker. So they have changed up the shades a little bit. There's some chart on the web page where you can see your old shade into your new shade. The old one is quite thick but insanely coverage. Yeah, it has a more creamier feel, lighter but silky feel to it, and is going on the skin. It just under your finger, it has a less thickness to it. Yeah, the old one is definitely picking up more textures and didn't blend out as easily, seamlessly. It definitely looks a little bit more patchy. And the newer one is just, blending out a lot better by itself without less work. Here's a close-up. This is the new formula and this is the old formula on the skin there. To the eye, this one just looks more foundation-y. I can see the hair textures on the skin more, whereas this one blended out a bit better. Yesterday, when I put them on the back of my hands at the event, I did notice that it has a setting kind of technology to it by itself without putting powder or the new setting spray. It did set by itself already. So this is just a fantastic foundation for where I live here in Hong Kong with humidity and all the elements that we have to deal with. So it's very exciting. They do feel, I mean, there's big similarities to them, obviously, but it's just the ease of blending out with the new one was a lot better than the older one. To apply, I'm going to use Charlotte's makeup brush. This is the complexion brush with the dual-ended side. I love this brush. So great for putting on foundation and concealer with the other side. I'm going to do one pump of the new foundation on the back of my hand. Wow, a lot comes out. This is going to be probably way too much, I would say. And I'm going to dab it for the face. Let's see if shade 3 is a good match. And I do have like a little break. Wow, I had a little spot here on my nose, completely eradicated. Amazing coverage. That's the cheek blended out. So I've blended out one side. It's so easy to blend out. It's really looking like skin. Fantastic coverage. That's the side that's not blended out. Probably shouldn't have put the dots on it already, but yeah. Hasn't enhanced any of like my pores, like here when a foundation is just not something that I love. It'll really enhance texture of pores here, and it doesn't seem like it's settling into them. It wasn't problematic at all around those areas. Still a little bit dewy and tacky. They say it's a matte blurring kind of finish, but it's 3D, not flat. So matte but not flat. I would say it's kind of giving more like a satin vibe to me. Yeah, definitely not fully matte, but I do have the sunscreen underneath, so that does help make foundations like have a little bit more glow to them. I'm actually I do want to blend out this side just a little bit with my fingers, because I like to just feel foundations as well, just to get to know them. Okay, so I had let those dots sit there for a little bit, probably too long, so they had dried down. Like the way that it's still blending out is quite good. It's really got a stretch to it, this formula. They were talking a lot about that yesterday, the stretchability of it, which I will agree with. I'm not sure you know what I mean by stretch, meaning the product can be spread out really nicely without it looking patchy or just not right. This you definitely can do. Yeah, gorgeous. I like the color. It's a little bit yellow. I think Charlotte's complexion products can pull a little bit yellow in general for the brand, but yeah, blending beautifully on the skin. Yeah, I would agree with the second skin type of thought process about it, but it definitely, it's like kind of tacking up, drying down a bit. It's going to start to set on the skin, I can feel, but you really can like push it into the skin, make it not look like foundation. There's still so much product on my hand. I'm actually going to try to use it, build up the coverage a little bit, as I could probably use the lighter shade, would be nice as like a concealer. Yeah, beautiful coverage, but still looking like skin and not enhancing the pores and the texture on your skin. So that's like a win for me. So often I've spoken about here not enjoying foundations because they just make your pores and texture look worse, and that kind of feels like against like the whole point of doing foundation. And that's why I generally love like BB creams or like Korean cushions. But this has a little bit of like a Korean kind of feel to it, like a cushion feel to it, as in like the lightweightness of this consistency, but the great coverage it gives. Because Korean cushions like Tier have amazing coverage, but they're thin and they can be built up, but you can put on this like very thin coverage layer of it on, and then it has that kind of setting feel to it, and this is what this has that feel to it. Okay, so that is shade 3 on the skin as a base. Now I'm going to do a little bit more of my makeup, and then we are going to use the setting powder and then the new setting spray. But let me just do the rest of my makeup and come back to you in a minute. So rest of the makeup is on. I did some bronzer, blush, concealer, simple mascara, and some brows, and a bit of the same cream blush on my lips. All the products that I am wearing I will leave linked down below as well if you are looking for those. Now, time for some of the setting powder, the Airbrush Flawless Finish powder. I know some people say that you are meant to use this more later on as a touch-up and press powder first, but I have always loved to use this first, and I find it really incredible at preventing my concealer under my eyes from creasing. So we will layer the foundation with this. This one is in the shade 1, because we always want like a little bit of a brightening effect. This powder is just the best. It is so lightweight. I mean, in the packaging, it's gorgeous and thin. They are a little bit fragile, but it's just a classic. Everyone should try this powder at least once. Okay. And you can apply with a small fluffy brush like this, or with a powder puff, a triangle. Okay, knocked back some of the shine. The foundation is looking great with applying the bronzer and everything. It was not problematic at all. So still loving it. How does it feel? It still has a bit of a tackiness to it. Yeah, definitely, it still transfers, still has a bit of a tackiness to the areas where we didn't powder. Then along with the new foundation release is the setting spray. So Charlotte's original setting spray is well loved by many. It's not one that I like entirely fell in love with. I didn't find it. There's definitely some like ones from Asia that are a little bit more effective in the setting properties, and then the can one, the Patrick Ta one size one, that is like the best, the top tier for me at the moment, one that I use on my clients. But I'm willing to see if this one is a competitor to that, because it definitely sounds like it is. And when I tried it on my hand yesterday, it was amazing. So this is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Matte Blur Mattifying Smooth Set All Day Setting Spray. Not in a can, this is a liquid style one, so it's like liquid, and then you have to shake it up. It has a little shaker inside to activate. It says shake to activate. And so this has loads of claims. The powder blur technology, dual action oil Control Complex. Primes and sets for up to 16 hours. Oil and shine control. Waterproof. No melting, no fading, no creasing. Microfine. Weightless veil. Yeah, all the good stuff that sounds like what we need. So before you set, you really want to make sure everything, there's no lines, because what you set will set. So blur out the lines first, any lines. So do that before powder, and then shake. And the makeup artist there, she sprayed like around 5 sprays a bit away from your face like this. So first I like to always just get a few sprays out first, because sometimes it'll get spitty. The first few, okay, that looks fine. Nice. It smells like her other setting spray. It smells really similar. I didn't get any large clumps that I noticed, any spits on my face. Okay, yeah, it's laid on very evenly. Yeah, it didn't give extra glow. I wouldn't say it's given like mattification yet, but it might need like a few minutes to settle in. But yeah, I mean, matte blur products are just like, we're continuing to see this. It's all about, you know, looking more like a filter and blurred, and you know, over the last few years we've been seeing more and more blurring collections from brands, which, you know, is lovely. We need that. So that is the first impressions and application of Charlotte's new foundation. I'm going to wear this for a few hours, well, for the rest of the day, and check in on it and see how it is, and then I'm going to come back and show you how it is. So it is currently 1:22 in the afternoon, and I have a fair few things to get on with today, and yeah, then I'll check in and tell you how I feel like it wore, if it was extraordinary like Charlotte suggests it might be. Hello, good evening. As promised, I am sitting back down and doing a little catch-up chat about how I thought the foundation and the makeup wore throughout my day today. It is now 7:30 p.m. I could wait a little bit later, but I want to do it now. My husband went for a walk around the block. He loves to stretch his legs and walk, and it was a perfect time to have the apartment by myself and do it now. But yeah, I'm not going to go to bed for a few more hours, but I'm not leaving the apartment, so I will do it now. So it's been, I put this makeup on at 1:30 and it's now 7:30, so it's been, yeah, just like 6 hours, which isn't like loads of time, but I promise you, I have been out in different areas of the city. I had a doctor's appointment, and I walked around the city, got the train, did another errand, and had a client, and a few different things. And it's Hong Kong, okay? It is around 80% humidity here in Hong Kong. It is hot, okay? So yeah, it definitely has its moments to weaken if it needed to. And I haven't touched up my makeup at all. I've done nothing to it. Tried not to touch my face, and I will say that it is not bad. It is not too bad. And if you don't know, because I don't wear them here on YouTube, but I wear glasses when I'm not wearing my contact lenses. I actually wear my glasses because I need them for seeing. Like, they're not a fashion thing. They might look a little bit odd with the lights, but people like my glasses, but I really don't like my glasses for photos and things. I always take them off, or if I have like events and where I'm out and about all day and not at all like near a computer, because my eyes will get dry with the contact lenses, I put contact lenses on. So yeah, there is significant glasses marks, but I've not like gone in to fix it up at all. I haven't even powdered or added any more powder onto my face, and it's pretty good. Definitely there is like the standard fine lines and cracks where the concealer and makeup is kind of gathered in my smile lines, but overall, like, that's like super standard, super normal for me. But in the areas that have less movement and less issues, like my forehead is looking really fantastic, really perfect. The outer corner of my eyes is great. My blush is still even on. I'm getting some smile lines here, but not horrendous. Size of the face is good. Chin a little bit worn off, but I think that could be me because I kind of go like this when I'm on my laptop sometimes. That spot that I had there, it is breaking down a little bit around my nose. Overall, not too bad. It is a little bit cakey around on my eyes, but because I did try to put another layer of the foundation under my eyes and then I added concealer as well. So I probably would try, because this is a full coverage foundation, I probably would try to put a lighter layer on and really stretch it out. I'm going to try that tomorrow because they said that you can really stretch this foundation. So it does wear nicely, didn't enhance pores. I'd say if you really like a full coverage foundation, you might really like this foundation. If you're wanting like a sheer tint and everyday, barely there type product, this is probably not for you. But if you are thinking that you want to try a little bit more coverage in your products, but still very skin-like finish, then this is definitely, I feel like the new formulation it's so much more flexible than the old formulation. The old one is just coverage, full bam, full on intensity, and that's just what you're going to get from this foundation. But the new formulation, you can get that, but I feel like with great skin prep and hydration, you could stretch it out and sheer it out to give you good coverage, but not as much as it can do. A little bit more skin-like in the texture. So well done, Charlotte, overall. They didn't say exactly why they reformulated this one or what they didn't, what they weren't loving about this one, and it seems like overall it's nice. I think they've done a good job of like trying to keep it still looks quite similar, like it's still good, but just slightly elevated it in terms of like the more skin-like effect to it, but still giving that very full-like effect to the foundation. So yeah, that's my wear test. I will wear it for, like I'm going to keep using it. Obviously, I'll probably use it in more videos coming up on the channel here, so subscribe if you would like. But I will wear it over the next few days before this video goes live, and I'll have a chance to write in the description box down below some more of my like thoughts on it, because this is only day one of actually wearing it, but also like everything I'm saying about the longevity of it also could be to do with the primer as well, the setting mist, which is really nice. I'll keep using this as well, and this is like a standalone product. Obviously you don't have to buy it with the foundation. I'm going to try this on top of other foundations, other bases that I'm always wearing, and that will give me a better indicator whether it's like good with like foundations and bases that I'm really familiar with, and I'm going to start adding this on top and seeing how it goes by itself. So I will leave my thoughts on those things down below in the description box, and all the products will be linked down below, as well as what was on my face today. And yeah, consider subscribing to the channel. I have a new video out every single Sunday, and I also have a Substack if you would love to read some articles from me, some more in-depth things, and Instagram, all that jazz. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.